gonna be that.
You get to do. I get to go live with the dorky look on my face. Got it.
Hello, Internet Land. I'm Big D.
I'm Lady Dragon.
And we are the Gamecraft Dragons.
Most of the time.
And are you trying to quit?
There are still support.
There are still some strands that are supposed to be there. That's why I didn't quit them.
That's not a support.
Okay. Okay.
I know the difference.
I just want you to take no meat out of there.
I'm not taking any meat off again.
Hello, Internet Land. Today is the last Tuesday before Indominus goes live. Are you excited?
Super excited.
I'm excited. I am super, super excited.
Super excited for watching you accept your Marines.
Not mine, they're yours.
We've already gone over this.
We did. They're yours.
Hey, Mitas! Hello, Commodore.
Yeah, Indominus is nigh. Indominus Eve is upon us. There are already reports of some stores getting it early. I saw one picture of a store where they already had them all out there and out in the way. Smash that likey. There you go. Thank you there, Mutt. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, I apologize. I'm not as animated as I normally am tonight. I am tired.
He started a new job again.
But this is a long-term one. And I have not had to wear a pair of dress shoes in a year and a half.
So before anybody asks, we didn't have dressy shoes. We've already had this conversation, Commodore. I will straight up go for your ankles, and I will bite you, and I will fight you, and I will scratch you out.
If she doesn't take them, I'll take them, but they're hers.
We've had this fucking conversation.
So, yeah, I mean, I started my new job today. I started yesterday, but it was remote yesterday, and today I was actually in the office. I can't go into where I work, any of that stuff, NDAs and all that, but just leave it at that. Business casual is how the office should operate, except it doesn't. And when I met with my manager and he was wearing jeans and tennis shoes and a polo shirt, I was like, I'm a little overdressed. And I said, is it okay if I wear sneakers from now on? Especially considering I work on the 3rd floor and my fat ass has to go up and down them 3 floors multiple times a day because there is no elevator. There is no bathroom on the 3rd floor.
That part makes me giggle. I don't know why.
The cafeteria and the Coke machine are on the 2nd floor at the opposite end of the building. And unfortunately, because security thought I was working on one building and it's a huge complex, they put me in the wrong parking lot. So it was a quarter mile to a half-mile walk from my car to my door. And again, I'm not proud, but I'm a fat bastard.
You got his steps in.
Yeah, I got my steps in, dude. My legs. And I was wearing dress shoes. I was wearing like hard-soled, wingtip dress shoes.
According to the Joker, you should never try and run in.
Yeah. So I'll be wearing sneakers tomorrow. The rest of it will be fine. But more than anything else, it was just the shoes. My feet were like, what are you doing to me, you big fat bastard? So I'll be fine tomorrow. I got sneakers. They'll take care of my feet. And I'll be all good. But yeah, it's a great job.
Good. No, let's just quit your whining.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Apparently, again, because I can't talk about where I work, but the job I do, I was coming in to train with a person. Now, the interview process went really expedited. Like I had one interview, then I had another interview 2 days later, and then the next day I was hired. None of these were face-to-face interviews. These were all like telephone and Skype interviews. So I've actually never met any of the upper managements that were involved in my hiring process. I've only talked to them over the phone. And they moved really quickly. I found out I got the job on Thursday, and I was starting yesterday. And they didn't bring me in yesterday. They're having me work remotely. Working remotely, as a couple of people on my channel know, I got paid for yesterday, but I didn't do anything because I was still here because they weren't prepared to have me in the office. So I took a couple phone calls with a couple pieces of management and filled out some forms, and that was it.
And you got paid for 8 hours.
I got paid for it. Today, I go to the office. They're still not ready for me. And the problem is the guy I'm supposed to be working with, I'm not working with. I'm replacing. Which in my mind isn't that big a deal, except he didn't realize he was getting replaced. So that was kind of awkward. You know, because he was like, this is a one-person job. I don't understand why we're getting another person. And then when he talked to management, you know, they basically made it clear that, you know, he was going to be training me and then he'd be gone. And he was like, well, I'm not training him. I'm leaving. And he walked out the door. So I didn't get any training today. And I sat at a desk except for when I got walked around a couple places by the other team's manager, who's really cool. Like I said, the people I work with are all really cool. But they're all like, yeah, this is kind of awkward. So, yeah.
Whereas at my job, I've just been, yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm just like, all right, you know, I'm just here. I mean, I'm cool, whatever. So, I got a computer. I actually have a laptop. Right? It's locked up right now. I have a laptop. I don't have logins for it yet. I don't have a badge. I can't get into the building. I'm basically helpless. But, you know, here's what it is. So once they actually give me the ability to do my job, it'll be great because it's doing stuff I like to do. So that's all right. In the meantime, my feet effing hurt. I look like I got a couple of Christmas hams at the ends of my ankles.
Ben goes, weren't you in the service? That should be nothing. Ben, you've met my husband, right?
Yeah, I was in the service 200 pounds ago. No, maybe not 200 pounds ago. Maybe like 150 pounds ago. I mean, I got an extra dude right here. Like there's an extra soldier right here. So yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's a great job. It'll be good to go. I'm happy. I mean, I'm pleased with what what I'm going to be doing. So it's all good. So thanks for the good wishes. That is the home front. That is everything. Yeah, 30 years ago. 30 years ago and a person of size ago.
Just to make your extra soldier.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't. I apologize, Mythos. I know your request earlier. I couldn't find my teddy or my push-up bra for tonight's show, so I do apologize.
He wouldn't let me ad lib.
All right. So, what's on your bench?
For the most part, I've actually stopped working on minis. I have 2 paying commissions that I need to begin, and one that I need to finish, which has been proving to actually be a little bit more of a challenge than I expected it to be. So I had to go full stop on that. Plus, I've also been working a lot, and Apparently my coworkers are... Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Anyway, but right now my husband decided to make me a present. So I'm trying to clean him up a little bit. Let's see if I can get his head to stick on so you guys can get a good look at him.
This is
There's his body. There's his legs.
Balzagoth from Artisans Guild.
It's kind of hard to... he is not glued together in any way, shape, or form, guys.
This is Balzagoth.
Here are his wings.
The Demon King is what he is called.
His wings.
This is not sized up at all.
His
This is not
his
shown at all. He is a massive, massive figure from Artisans Guild. In a lot of ways, he reminds me of Diablo from the original game. Size-wise, when at least she's playing here at the house, he's going to be counts as, what's his name?
Scarbrand.
Scarbrand. He's one of the counts as Scarbrand, which is why I chose the axe and the whip version. The mini itself comes with about 6 different options for weapons, as well as a version of the torso that comes without wing slots, if that's what you want. I didn't hollow it out. I liked the weight of it. I figured it would be more stable that way, and it's a big beast. I really like Artisans Guild.
We haven't mentioned that before.
Yeah, they're a worthy group. If you have a 3D printer, joining their Patreon, $10 a month, you get a ton of new stuff, and they're expanding it all the time. Like this month, what was supposed to be 6 figures is like 12 figures plus a bunch of extra stuff.
Have we gotten those?
Yeah, I already got downloaded. I haven't built any yet.
Oh, no.
The pinup figure is a dark elf with her legs crossed daintily, draped on a throne. And they have both a regular and skimpy version of the figure. For those of you lubes. So yeah, you got a lot of artwork that you're working on. That's your bench.
Yeah. And because I'm sitting here is the reason why I'm trying to clean him up. Hello, Phoenix, my darling.
And seeing as we are coming up on Indominus, I on the bench am trying to finish up my queue. I'm going to quick tip the camera and show you what I'm working on. It's 25 Space Wolves, just Gray Hunters, plus 5 Sky Claws. Let me move this out of the way. 5 Sky Claws, Baby Carriage Walker, bunch of other stuff. A couple of my remaining Custodes. I'm trying to get my stuff settled. There we go.
Get out of the kitchen.
God, it's pissing me off. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, I'm trying to clear up all the stuff in my queue so that, well, now that I don't have Indominus, I'll have time to get this all finished.
Yeah, yes you will.
Because
actually you're going to be bored as crap because knowing you, this will all be done by what? What do you guys think? Monday?
No, I haven't had the ability to work on it as well as I have. This new job actually has a lot of like extracurricular reading and stuff I'm working on, and I'm coming home tired. So I meant to sit down and work on it yesterday. That didn't happen.
Don't look at me, man. I don't remember most of last night.
I do.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that part.
Bring them to play Saturday.
Okay, so Saturday is going to be super busy for us.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. So Saturday, I have to pick up our box of Indominus. I say mine because the rule book's mine.
Mine didn't like jobs.
But we're picking up that box at noon.
Where are
And then I got to rush back home.
Because at 1 o'clock, we're doing the live stream.
I'm doing a UK friendly, not a morning stream, unfortunately, but we're doing an early afternoon stream here. So it'll be 1 to 3, which is like 7 to 9 UK time. Right.
Oh, it gets better, Ben.
But that's the thing. I got to pick that up. Then I got to rush home, do a stream, and then I'm having a
Couple of friends over.
couple of friends over with masks. Don't think we're not masking. We're being safe. Lots of sanitizer. But we're going to be playing some board games, painting some miniatures. If everything goes right during my live stream, I may even have a couple of guests. So
we will have a table discussion.
So we'll do a round table on the unboxing and talking about it. So I may try to come in the morning, but, you know, I have a busy life. That's
really heavy on one side.
It's because there's a big rock in there.
It's also slightly curved.
Right. Which is okay. Because when I put the figure that goes on here, he straightens it out.
Oh, okay.
Because he's freaking heavy.
So yeah, no, we've got a friend coming over on Saturday who just lost his job.
And we also have Commodore and Phoenix coming over. So hopefully they come over by 1.
They'll be in front of the stream, so you'll get to see pretty good ladies.
So we can have the 4 of us sitting around a table with a down-angled camera.
Here he is. Sorry.
We can have a down-angled camera.
Down-angled camera.
A down-angled camera, so we can actually pull out the different sprues, take a look at them, pass them around, see what people think of them.
It looks like shit. Move on. I would like to point out that this man fed me alcohol tonight.
You barely had time to freaking have any or metabolize any of it yet.
You sorely underestimate my metabolism, darling.
I've created a monster. You know, before she came out here, she didn't drink.
Yes, I did.
Not really.
Yes, I did.
Not really. You drank.
No. Yes, I did. Since I came out here, I drink less.
So,
dude, my drink of choice was Long Island iced teas, and I could get 5 of them down in a night. And still remember the evening.
Baby Carrie Walker goes Bert.
Whatever.
Bert. So yeah, we got I got lots of figures I'm working on. You may have drank, but you didn't Wisconsin drink.
No, I did not. Ironically enough, actually, like I said, I drink more in California than I did out here.
I also got this bad boy that I gotta kind of repaint. I'm not liking the color scheme that's coming, so I gotta get some lighter grays on him and get it more looking rust-like, more wolf-like. It's getting there. I'm having a hard time braining tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so hyped for Indominus, and that's like the entirety of the news right now. I mean, other stuff going on. I mean, Adeptus Titanicus, they're finally releasing the Ryza expansion. I really want to play that game, but I really don't. You know what I mean? It's like, it's giant robot combat. It's all the giant titans that you see. Hello, Alex. Boilermakers. Oh yeah, Boilermakers. It's a drink. It's a Boilermaker. I don't actually know.
What's a Boilermaker? Oh. Do you have any idea how badly I have been craving like donuts and a red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting, cheesecake, cake, muffins,
Jello cake.
No, I haven't been craving that, but I
What's wrong
can
with
make
you?
that. I wanted to make it for the 4th of July. Remember?
Jello cake. It's the best. If you don't know what it is, I'm sorry, your life is incomplete. Every good Wisconsinite should know what Jello cake is.
Dude, every time you talk about that, I'm just remembering my family's reaction when I explained I was making a Jello cake to you for your birthday.
Okay, let's back up a minute. The first time I asked her
to make a Jello cake, I'm like, the fuck is that? Oh!
A shot of whiskey. It's called a beer with a chaser.
It sounds nasty.
No, it's actually really good. You don't like beer.
I don't, yeah.
So here's the thing. The first time I asked her to make a Jello, she's like, well, what kind of cake would you like? I was like, I want a Jello cake.
The fuck is that?
She had no idea. She never heard of it. And when I tried explaining it to her, she's like, that's got to be a Wisconsin thing. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of anything like it. But it's pretty easy to make.
So I made it.
So she made me a Jello cake.
And then
a few years later, I go out to California.
Yep.
And we have a party celebrating our engagement and me meeting the family.
More accurately, it was his birthday, and it was my hi Zane. It was my excuse to not have to drive all over town for my family to meet him. So I just went, hey guys, we're having a potluck, come on over. And for his birthday, I decided to make Jello cake.
So
and
she makes Jello cake.
Well, no, you're missing a step there. You didn't hear this part. You weren't there for this part. So my dad is looking at all the ingredients and he goes, what are you making? And I'm going, I'm making a Jello cake. Jello cake? Yeah, it's pretty simple. And I'm explaining to him and he goes, please tell me you bought real whipped cream, right? And I'm like, because for those of you who don't know what a Jello cake is, it's white or yellow cake with holes poked in it, and then you take Jello and you pour it on top, freeze it, and then cover it in Cool Whip.
Instead of frosting.
Yes, and I look at my dad and he goes, I haven't had Jello cake in years. And my mom's like, wow, that's like straight out of the 70s. I haven't had that in so long. I'm so looking forward to this. And I'm like, hold on, no. My aunt comes over, takes one look at it, and she goes, is that Jello cake? She mentions it to my cousin, who's in the hospital, by the way, so she wasn't able to come, that we have Jello cake. I hear my cousin over the phone going, what the fuck is Jello cake? I'll bring you a piece. Okay. Not nearly as amusing as my grandfather's response when he realized we had brats.
Well, the grandpa with the brats, that was hilarious. But the funny thing was your sister, because she came in and saw, because the Jello cake had already been gotten into by the time she got there.
Yeah.
And she's like,
is that Jello cake?
Shannon, you made Jello cake?
And then proceeded to get into it.
1 ounce vodka, 1 ounce copper liqueur, 1 ounce baby ice cream, 1 ounce heavy cream.
Oh, that's how he makes his mudslide.
Mudslides. That's too complicated for a mudslide. For a mudslide, for me, it's Bailey's, it's vodka, it's chocolate sauce. You're done.
Yep, pretty much.
There's food in the kitchen.
And ladies and gentlemen,
That was a passing tender.
So, yes, hilarity. Of course, then I would like to also point out that he proposed to me in a very underhanded way when we had this, and my grandfather missed it. And instead, when my grandfather walks in, instead of waiting for me to introduce him to my soon-to-be husband, he's walking around to all the men who look like they're remotely in my age range or my type. Hi, I'm Tom. You're not him. Hi, I'm Tom. Nope, you're not him. Because he knows my boyfriend's name, now fiance, is named Adrian. So he's introducing himself to every single man. And I walk up and I go, Grandpa, turn. Hi, I'm Tom. Adrian. Gives him a big hug, goes, welcome to the family. Right. And my grandmother goes, Tom! What?
Now here's the other thing. This is a California family. So
my grandfather, when he smelt those brats and that sauerkraut.
I made brats. And I made brats in the way I learned how to make them from my mom. So you take applesauce, and instead of boiling them in water before you throw them on the grill, you boil applesauce, and you put the brats in the applesauce, and you boil them in the applesauce. And then when they're mostly cooked in the applesauce, then you take them right out of there, dripping with applesauce, and throw them on the grill. And then you serve that with the kraut. And you'd have think her family, by the way her family reacted, you'd have think I was a second coming, because they're all like, I got brats because, I'm a brat guy. I'm not big on burgers, but I'm a big brat guy. I bought a 6-pack of brats. I got one because their family was like, oh, I got to get me one of those. And every guy in their family was like, oh, I got to get me one of those. So, and then when I mentioned the kraut, they're like, that's sauerkraut. Is that what you think? I'm like, yeah, I throw it on a bun and throw them. And they're all like, oh, and it was the best thing they'd ever had because they're from California. They don't have anything good in California except maybe wine.
What about wine?
And avocados. They don't have anything good in California.
They have me.
You're not in California, so I took you out of there.
That sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like I said, that's the one trick I learned from about brats, because you don't want to just throw them on the grill. You don't want to just throw them on the grill straight up, because then they don't get cooked all the way through and they get burnt to get cooked in the middle. So it's better to just boil them first most of the way and then throw them on the grill for the rest of it. But if you boil them in applesauce, yes.
But yes.
Yeah. I got to put the roll cage on it. I tried to put the cover on it and it didn't work. The cover doesn't fit. It's not the exact same proportions as the regular one. Well, I mean, PLA, that's the difference between PLA and resin. The PLA thing can take a beating. I've had to replace pieces because it tipped over. I had to drill it out and take a piece of wire to create a antenna. The amount of things I've had to re-glue on because they fell over and snapped the piece off.
Yep.
Resin is fragile. It is not thick. Like, eggs and bacon? But it is magnetized, so I can put on the gun, or I can put on the flamer.
I'm never going to be able to hear the word flamer without thinking of that Reddit post.
Get the flamer, brother? The heavy flamer?
So, kind of a fun thing for some of you who happen to be on Reddit and whatnot. A lovely young lady, and hi, Heinrich, did a really good cosplay. Well, her take on a cosplay of a Damonette. As an artist, I had a couple of issues with it.
If you're in my Discord and you are a
can-
Patreon member and you can get to the Not Safe for Work channel, you can take a peek at it.
It's I mean, she did a really good job. It's just so photoshopped, and well, there was a lot of discussion over the whole thing. And one of them was some guy going, "Wow, that's really good," and someone said, "Commissar, over here, this one." Dude, get the flamers, boys.
And then the immediate response after that, you should do Nurgle next.
Nurgle is so 2020. Was the response after that, by the way. So.
Oh.
I am going to have to stop painting very, very soon if I do not want to screw this up completely.
Then you should stop painting. So what other news is going on in Warhammer? Let's see. The Ryza expansion for Adeptus Titanicus is coming out. There's a whole bunch of Black Library stuff coming out. Let's be honest, it's Indominus week. The channels are abuzz. Everybody's blasting out content on Indominus. Yes, only 3 more sleeps until Indominus. Yes, 3 more sleeps.
That means I'm not getting any. So, here's a little question that I have for everybody. Who here watched our match?
Oh, God, are you going to go on this again?
I just want to know. I don't know. We can't see anything.
No. I can see you in Discord, Zane. I can see your pictures. It looks great.
Yeah.
You're fine.
No, I'm just curious if anybody actually watched it. 1, what did you think? 2, feedback, commentary, and how shitty did I play?
You were fine.
I want to hear what other people have to say. Oh, excuse me. No, he was talking about in
No, he said in
here. Very weird. I don't know why, honey.
if you sent a link, that's because links are blocked.
Yeah, we blocked links a while back. And I'm not so sure about that rematch. Fun to watch. Yeah, listening to me and my cussing non-stop.
You will get better as time goes on.
The cussing or the playing?
The playing, and as you play better, you will cuss less.
Not likely. For those in this channel who know me, not likely.
You just did.
Can't say.
You just did. I can see DEE, the run line above it.
Cussing is half the game, especially when you're playing me. Anyway, yeah, no, I was just curious, people's thoughts and whatnot on it. I have a couple of thoughts of my own, but
I do too.
no, actually, ironically enough, my thoughts weren't in regards to the actual match itself,
Neither was mine.
or about the winner or the loser and who gets the damn box.
Neither was mine.
What was your thoughts?
Let it go. Let it go. It's a game.
No, I was, as I was saying,
No,
you're missing a huge part of this.
No,
Honey, you missed a huge part of this. I'm not talking about the match. I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about my language. I wasn't talking about who won or lost. I'm talking about the video content itself.
Oh, because I was talking about you.
She's a Pete. Hi, Tina.
I would say And we're seeing you just fine, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I think it's your computer. I think you have a virus.
Oh.
I think your computer has an STD.
I mean,
You know what kind of sites you go to.
just stop talking.
I'm not wrong.
Just stop talking. Stop talking. Just stop talking, or I will get the duct tape. And you are going to end up getting relaxing in a way you never wanted to sound.
Hello, team.
No, actually, no. My thoughts were in regards to the video quality.
Oh, the video quality sucked, but it was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun. I mean, when we actually do a match, that we actually do like editing and all that.
Or
I got a new camera for that, and we're
Well,
gonna try that.
new camera and better lighting. Also, the lighting was really.
Yeah.
I can critique. No, in regards to
He has an STD, an STL transmitted disease. Going down to weird sites and downloading weird files to print.
okay, we're
Mhm.
moving on now, please, so I can.
First see Miramore Hound, next it's a girlfriend.
Anyway, in regards to the actual match itself, I thought that typical that was enough. In regards to the actual match itself, I'm aware that there are certain things outside of the match that I need to work on, which just means I have to play more.
Yeah.
And having had my long discussions with you in regards to the way I played, I did play the best that was available to me at the time.
At that time, at that point.
Yes. That's all I was
Yeah.
trying to say. I like giving you crap about who got the box. See, his reasoning why I should get the box is because he failed to beat me. Because it was a tie. My response to that is by using his own reasoning against him, that means I didn't win either because I didn't beat him.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So
When
it was
I-
decided upon
When a high school
that
team,
the reason I won is because I played very well and I didn't give up and I saw it through the end no matter how much I wanted to, and I bitched and moaned earlier in the game after round 2. Was it round 2 or round 1?
round two,
Round 2. That I still gave it a go. I still did my best, and as a first-time player against a very, very experienced one, I did good.
and you add along to that Mythos gave you a vote because you have tits.
I think Ginkgo's is the only person who voted.
Apparently, he's the only person that notices you have tits.
I'm starting to feel very lacking as a woman. Do I need to go get the...
No, I think everyone else just has acclimated so that, it's not that you have them, you are them. You're snark. You're a pair of tits with snark.
I can go get the black dress.
Like I said, snark with tits. That's my wife.
Well, it's black smoke, so it's actually good. If it were white
Just-
smoke, then you'd be screwed.
Just stick it in the dishwasher. You'll be fine, Zane. Take a shower with it. Actually, take a bath with your computer. That's...
You've missed him, haven't you?
I've missed him so much. It's
So,
one of my wonderful lines reminding from my early days in technology. Some people, all they need is a remedial computer class. Yeah. And some people need to take a bath with their toaster.
okay. So, future plans going forward from this point, now that Indominus and Ninth Edition is here, there has been some...
As soon as she's done with these drawings,
there will be potentially a series of videos. Oh, Jesus.
I love that.
It's actually not what I was trying to talk about.
No, as I say, we have a series of videos called Building a Crusade.
Where I will be doing my salamanders.
And we're going to juxtapose. There's a whole idea here. I've been talking with a bunch of other YouTube creators including Brent.
No, you didn't
And
tell me that.
I know I didn't tell you that, but I've been talking with a few of them, and the idea of doing a video from the perspective of a fairly new player building an army from the ground up, building your lore, building your mentality, and how you came to decisions and what you're building and why you're building the figures you are. And juxtapositioning that as to the other person in the house that is an experienced player.
Juxtaposition?
Yes.
That's an actual word?
Yes. Okay. So here's one piece. Look at my hand. And here's another piece in juxtaposition with it. You understand? This is one piece, and this is another piece in juxtaposition. Similar piece from an opposite angle. They are pairing opposites, comparing the two pieces. So you're going to be building and painting an army and explaining why you're choosing the units you are and what you're doing and your mentality behind what you're going to be doing with this.
I can actually sum that all up in one word right now.
Not if we're going to do decent video content. I can too, though.
Hiya!
Tits.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not even going to be able to see my tits.
Doesn't matter.
Which means I could technically sit there and tell them, guys, I am in a Spanish lace dress and nothing else while I'm working on this. And you can't see it.
Except the videos are going to be facing you, looking at you, how you're filming.
I thought the videos were supposed to be, hi, Kaiju! I'm sorry, Kaiju. I tried to get the sexy beasts into lingerie, but
My push-up bra is dirty. Anyhow, so
not the teddy, though.
the idea of having you talking about this and while you're making choices for your army and painting pieces, and then juxtapose that with me and the army I'm choosing to build for Crusade, and why I'm making the decisions I am and why I'm building it the way I'm building it. It's not going to be so much a tutorial video as more of a mindset of a gamer type video. So I thought it'd be interesting. And Brent did as well.
Senpai. Can I wear a baby doll while we do it? I've got that really cute blue one.
I was figuring you wear your Prime for Looking shirt most of the time.
Actually, I'm hoping to get the Gamecraft Dragon logo shirts up and running.
Yes. Get cracking.
I'm actually just need to have the colors on now.
Oh.
How about
So,
Holly dress
whatever.
instead?
Whatever you want to wear and paint your... You know, Zane is showing me how his computer is borked. I can't read that. I don't have my glasses on, and I've had one of these already.
I'm almost empty. I have a sad face. I don't have any more. You know, it's the second mic I can always break into.
There's more squirt and more...
There's no that.
You put all that in one cup?
It wasn't a lot.
You don't need any more.
It wasn't a lot.
That would have been half that cup.
No, it wasn't.
That would have been half that cup.
It was not. Look at the cup. Look at the cup. You can tell.
I can tell. You're right. That was a lot of amaretto. Oh, my wife's the lush.
If I start taking my shirt off, then we know there's a problem.
It's not a problem. It's just a quick end of the stream.
I get suddenly thrown out of the
Oh.
room. Okay. Anyway, no, actually, what I was going to be talking about, one of the things that is probably going to end up going forward is I am probably going to actually be taking on a slight role as a producer as well to help us come up with steady content and a schedule so that we know, like, when he's doing projects like, oh, wait, that gate in the barricade isn't done yet, is it?
No, it's not.
He keeps getting distracted.
No, it's not distracted. I haven't really built a lot of terrain this year so far. Had a lot going on.
Everybody's had a lot going on. You know, world burning down around our ears. There's the apocalyptic bingo card that's currently being filled in. Our executive producer wants in.
Really?
He hasn't gotten any daddy's love today.
Really? You're a big doof. All
He
right.
slept with me, though.
Come here. All right. You're enough. Mushy face. Mushy face. Mushy face.
You say hi to other people? No,
You're talking to me about.
say hi to people.
On the other hand, trying to put together, also, we want to do a crusade segment.
Yes. I have determined dog has my child is actually out today. They are with their significant other, hanging out and having fun and shrinking in their chores.
Shirking.
Whatever.
They're not shrinking. They're definitely not shrinking.
Nah. They're sheboying it up.
Such wholesome. We are wholesome. Look at this. I have a dog.
He can grab a pit by its snout. And it just sits there and goes. Your tail is making her think that there is somebody else together.
God, you are a big beefy dog. What is wrong with you? You're a gigantic beef boy. Your name shouldn't be Apollo. It should be Beefcake. Beefcake!
I would like to point out we wanted to name this dog Bamboozle.
I did want to name him Bamboozle.
So we could call him Bam Bam for short. They wouldn't let us.
All right. He's a happy dog.
Yeah, he's not moving.
Yeah.
Dog needs nickname. Dumbass.
He does have a nickname.
Dummy. Stupid.
Doof.
Doof.
Ain't that right, Doof? Big Doof.
I'd like to point out he is actually trying to crawl up in my lap at this point because he thinks he's a lap dog.
He does.
I need to make the Order of Apollo. It's like the little dog that Commodore sent to Mythos for our art. Is he fetches, he play, and most important, he gets the ball, but most importantly, he holds the ball. I wonder what chapter do you think this doof would be a member of?
Doof here? Oh, there's no question about Doof. He's an Ultramarine.
Because he's a lucky SOB.
Look at him. He's so dumb. Look at that. You think it's a compliment, don't you?
God.
Don't you? Okay, come on.
He wants his hugs.
Come on. All right. Yes. He loves you. Okay, that's enough.
Woo! That's a really cool looking steampunky sister that Bacon just sent in our Discord.
That is very cool. You're just feeling needy today, huh?
I don't understand why. Unless he's mad at me because I was drawing.
Wow, we're just kind of dragging tonight. Ah! We're dragons tonight. Ah, 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 ah. What else we got going on? God. You've actually crawled all the way up into her lap now. And look, he's put love glitter all over you.
Don't you even think about it.
Sit.
You can sit your happy ass right there, dog. Anyway.
What else we got going on?
Apollo is a salamander. He loves people. He really does. I wasn't worried about him not coming back, or somebody potentially shooting him.
Well, that's a hilarious thing. He snuck out of the house yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Sometime after I left work.
Yeah. And our neighbor brought him home.
Aaron?
Yeah. Yeah, he brought him home. He's like, hey, knocks on the door, comes up, there's a policy on the steps next to Terrence. You take him in now? Thanks, Terrence. Hey, no problem. He's such a good boy. Comes in the house, looks at me like, I'm okay, right? I came home on my own. Dude.
His dog, he gets outside and just runs.
Just runs like, I gotta go. I don't know why Zane's so amused with himself, but
I don't know, but I think it's amusing. And yes, we missed you guys. Oh, you said dragon. Yes, Tina, we missed you. I missed you guys too on Saturday. I didn't have a car, so I couldn't go.
I was playing D&D.
And I had work.
I had my once a month D&D game where we freed a city that was under a curse by a sea hag.
Did anybody boink the sea hag?
No, we don't do that. But we were killing, you know, in World of Warcraft, those Vikings that when you kill them, they turn into piles of kelp?
Yeah, the Valkyrie.
There's actually a name for them in Nordic mythology.
Yes.
And we were fighting those all day. And let me tell you, that's annoying.
Do they keep getting back up?
Worse. Well, we die. And later on, they respawn. It's the same souls coming back in their bodies. So you know how to fight us, so they get smarter every time we fight them. It was a pain in the butt.
Yes. Sorry, we're both like, he started his new job. I have been hauling my butt for the last 6 days between home commission and my paying job.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's been good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get upset. It's been good. It's really, things are really good right now.
We're just having a hard time.
After 2 months of not having a job, getting back into
Or getting 15 hours a week.
Getting back into a regular sleep schedule where I don't,
He doesn't have one, by the way.
Yeah, the whole sleep for 4 hours at night, get up, do some stuff for a few hours, take an hour nap, go back up, do stuff for a few hours, go take an hour nap.
Stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
And sleep for 4 hours. And that's what I was doing. And I've been doing that for the last 2 months. Trying to get myself into, I sleep 1 time a day. It's a lot harder than you think.
I still don't do that. I love my adult nap time.
I
think of wonderful things.
I understand why there are siestas. And I want them. Siesta. In Mexico and Spain.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take an hour for lunch. They take like a 2.5 hour break for lunch so you can take a nap.
Oh, yeah. That's because they found that productivity increases when you do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's actually a number of countries that still over in Europe that actually do that now.
It's real big in Spain, and it's why it's a Spanish term, siesta. Like they speak in Italy.
Okay. So, going back to our game that we played, there was a comment about us buying 2 boxes. We wish.
I do wish, because I have an idea for a Necron's paint job. I was talking about it today.
Oh, for fuck's
I
sake.
have a great idea for a Necron's paint job. No, it's a cool idea.
No, I'm walking away because you definitely don't need another friggin' arm.
What?
No.
You don't need another arm.
Yeah.
Any cool burns?
No.
All right. Even if I don't paint it, I want you guys to think about this. I want you to picture this. Take an army. I was thinking Necrons, but you could do it with Space Marines. You could do it with do it with Custodes.
I'm sorry, I was in the kitchen and I heard that look from there. skip 2, go straight to 3.
I like the way he thinks.
Where the hell are we going to get the money for 3 freaking boxes?
Patreon.
Yes, because our patrons give us that much money.
We should do videos like ERB does, and that way we'll have more Patreon members.
Not talented like
Did
that.
you see their Patreon video?
Okay, we're going to keep moving on.
I'm just saying, if you haven't seen the ERB, we need a Patreon wrap. That is probably that. There was enough for me to go, I need to give these guys money, and I didn't. But I was like, I need to give them money because they just produced content going, I need a Patreon, and it's just really hilarious. So open an OnlyFans of my wife. That's a big brain idea.
Yes, because I have a fan club.
Do you know what OnlyFans is?
No. Is that one with that dude?
Yeah, it's like a Patreon,
Oh,
but
so
lewd.
oh, so it would go back to what I used to do.
Yeah.
Well, where's the problem with that? Except for I'm flabby and pale as shit now.
The pale as shit is the problem.
The flabby.
You need to go back to doing yoga. I'm not being mean. We've had this conversation.
No, in front of everybody else.
You say it yourself. I'm not even saying mean things about you. What did I say? Did I say you're fat? Did I say you're flabby? Did I say you're ugly? Did I say anything negative about you? Yes or no?
No, you just said I needed to go back to yoga.
Yes. Do I need to go back to yoga? Yes. Do you need to go back to yoga? Yes. We both need to go back to yoga. Yes. Dana's on a big brain ideas.
I could honestly do that, considering I just need to rebuild up my goth and bondage outfits.
Either that or we just get you a nice pedicure.
This is true.
I
Lots
mean,
of people would pay.
Zane, yeah, Zane.
I have really cute. I really do.
All right. Anyhow,
And for those of
that's
you
enough.
so I should point out that I used to do mine.
And enough. All right. So yeah, no, big
I
brain.
need more alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, on all honesty, not too many people would actually want to see that. It didn't work then, and I was 100 pounds lighter then.
I'm not going to have this conversation with you on a live stream because I eventually would like to be monetized. I don't have to scrub every video off of my.
You should do yoga. I haven't done it myself. We actually do have a.
We do DDP yoga when we do it. It's really good.
When I can breathe fire. Honey, you should come around our house on a Saturday when housework needs to be done. My kids run.
Oh, from when you understand you get good, you can breathe fire and teleport around and beat people up. You get the joke.
Yes, DDP, just like the wrestler kaiju.
Yes, no, you totally missed the joke. Yoga flame, yoga fire. Dalsin, Street Fighter.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I never played the character, so nope, totally missed it.
DDP like the wrestler. Yes.
Yes. He actually has a set of yoga that he does. It's low impact for people.
He specifically developed this yoga when he got out of wrestling because he was beat the hell up.
Oh, what are you doing?
He's sniffing. He was beat the hell up. And his wife was like, well, you should do yoga with me. And he started doing yoga, and he was like, all right,
Hold on.
we can do this better. And so he's developed a yoga system that does resistance yoga. So you're going through doing yoga-like poses,
But you're tensing everything up,
and it's constant motion.
and you're constantly just moving very slowly.
Yeah, your every muscle is tense when you're doing it, and you're resisting yourself.
You
And
can't do one of the moves.
I can't do one of them because when I do the lift up, I black out. And every time I black out and pass out because I'm fat.
You know, we should do that after we're done here.
Not tonight.
Why not?
When I'm done with this stream, I'm going to show you a magic trick.
You're not going to make the pencil disappear, right?
No. I'm going to make the blanket disappear.
You fucking will not. Oh, hey, who wants to see something that God damn.
What?
I wanted to know if anybody wanted to see the picture that the customer gave me.
They want to see a picture.
Apollo, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, we're both a little dragging this week. It's just, wow.
So we do apologize for being random as shit.
A little random tonight. I mean, I'm honestly...
To protect the identity of my two customers, I'm covering their faces. But they went to a Comic-Con and got this and brought it to me.
And you can't see who that picture is, but that is David Tennant. He was the 8th Doctor, 9th Doctor.
10th!
Whatever. That's right, Tennant, the 10th Doctor. Whatever.
9 was Eccleston. 8 was
He was the second best modern Doctor.
You haven't even watched Capaldi, so you can't actually call Capaldi the best.
He's not. I have already told you.
Who was the best modern?
Eccleston is still the best modern.
Oh.
Tennant is second. Capaldi's third. Because I've seen enough Capaldi to know he's better than the other two combined. Because he's a sarcastic, dour ass, and I love it about him.
He is your uncle that moved to Vegas in the during the 60s and never got married. That's the best way to describe him. Unlike Lennon, who's a serial killer and a fez. I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's... I get that, Zane.
Eccleston was in Detroit last year, right before everything went down at Comic-Con, talking about his experience as a doctor.
The thing I like about Eccleston is that I honestly think you get to see more pain. You get to really understand the Doctor's pain through him better than any of the... He expressed somebody feeling pain and yet hiding it at the same time better than anyone else. No, Zane, you didn't. You just made me remember something I saw once that I'm not going to talk about on my stream, but I'll send you a link to it in Discord. It should break your brain.
I don't want to.
No, you really don't.
Nope, we're good. So yeah, to talk a little bit about in the nerdydom and the Doctor Who fandom. Yeah, no, Eccleston is actually the entire reason I got into the series.
I was trying to tell her about Doctor Who because I'm a huge Doctor Who fan.
I was familiar with the Baker one. Everybody knew the Doctor with the stupid long scarf and the curly hair, but I never actually watched any of it.
And then she started seeing clips and seeing people referring to, there's the picture of Tennant crying in the rain, and then there's the whole Billy and him on the two sides of the wall. But they were all clips and pictures. And she was like, "What's the deal? What was the piece that got you that made me go, all right, I have to show this to you?"
For years, I have been hearing crap about Doctor Who, blah, 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 blah. I know what the TARDIS is. It's a crazy dude in space. He travels all over space and time. Whatever. The first clip of the actual show I ever saw was when Thing 1 and Thing 2 sent me the clip of Matt Smith introducing himself to the Atraxi as the Doctor. And he tells them, basically, run. It's a great scene, honestly.
No, I'm not thinking of her at all. Hush, Zane, or I'll have the Commodore beat you.
Have you banned? We're still convinced that that's the reason why your other account can't come in. Anyway, and then I started seeing all these jokes about how do you tell somebody you love them without, actually saying the words? Well, and it was a picture of the Doctor from the episode Doomsday, and there it goes, where he's just saying her name. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not.
And she says this to me. She's like,
"That I am telling the story. You get it wrong. I am telling the story." Anyway, and then there was this other thing that I saw about, and I've told this story actually a couple times on the stream, about this lady. She posted something on Instagram about how she's watching the show with her 2 kids, and her 6-year-old daughter's getting all scared because lots of Daleks, blah, blah, blah. And she tells her daughter, don't worry, honey, it's the doctor. The doctor never loses. And her 8-year-old very quietly goes, he lost Rose. What the hell? So I went and actually looked up this scene where he loses Rose Tyler, and it meant nothing to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. Isn't that the asshole who played Kraut Jr. in the Harry Potter movie? Whoa, he's scary. He's creepy. And then I'm looking around, and somebody posted this wonderful picture of a scene that ended up getting cut from an episode with 9. Of everybody is looking up at the sky, horrified, and Eccleston is bent down like this, with this huge grin on his face, weaving in between them like he's having the time of his life. And someone goes, yeah, that pretty much sums up the entirety of the Ninth Doctor right there. And I'm like, he was the Doctor? He played the Doctor. So I looked up, the Doctor meets Rose Tyler. 5-minute clip, and I was done. I was like, all right, let's go. I'll give it a go because I love Eccleston. I love him as an actor. I know he hated playing G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. He hated playing Destro so much. I loved it. He was so sexy.
So she came to me about this whole...
And I made him watch that scene.
You didn't make me watch it.
I was like, look at this, look at this, look at this.
They went, yeah, that's from the first episode. And she's like, you know this? And I'm like, yeah, it's...
I never said that.
Well, you said something along the lines because I'm like, yeah, it's Doctor Who. It's the first season.
I was well aware that you already knew who Doctor Who was.
I'm like, but that's Doctor Who the first season. Yeah. I think we... I remember the thing is, I think we have it on Netflix.
No, not on Netflix.
It isn't now, but it was at the time.
No, it wasn't.
I think we have it on Amazon Prime then?
Nope. We were looking them up. We were looking up bootleg jacked episodes online.
Oh. Well, now it's on Amazon. Anyhow.
And then we ended up getting an Amazon Prime account because we wanted something, and then we found out music, TV, Doctor Who.
So
I lost so much interest in Matt Smith. I quit watching the show like halfway.
Yeah, unfortunately, Matt Smith. I liked him at first, and as every couple of episodes went by, he just got to be.
Some people call him a puppy dog in a fez. I call him a mass murderer in a fez.
I didn't like the writing. It just came down to. I think he's a fine actor.
Oh yes.
I think he's a fine actor. I think
it's very talented.
I think the writing was crap. I think the writing that season was crap.
His entire run was crap. And the whole thing with him and River Song was just. I mean, I thought that when they first introduced River, it was cute watching her and Tennant interact with each other.
Yeah.
It was very cute that you could see that at some point they had met. And she was very familiar with him and this and that. And it was easy to believe that at some point he could have fallen in love again. They pushed that so fucking hard. I was like, I don't buy it.
You wouldn't get over Rose that quickly.
And even Moffat himself, because somebody actually commented on that and actually sent Moffat a message about it. They're like, I don't understand. How could he get over her that fast? She was his everything. How could he possibly walk away from Rose that quickly into this other woman's arms? And Moffat's response was, regardless of what he looks like outside, he is still the Doctor. And he is still part of a legend. Meaning, because if you ever notice, the Doctor is never referred to as the stuff of legends with anyone else. Only Rose. The Doctor and Rose Tyler, the stuff of legends.
The thing that got me about the Doctor with that new run.
The God Complex?
The whole Matt Smith's God Complex as it went on, it just got to be bad. I was glad when they killed him off and brought in Capaldi because Capaldi brought him back to more of a grounding roots. I liked Capaldi.
The silence, I will admit, the entire storyline using the silence and whatnot,
I thought it was an interesting concept.
and I really liked it, especially how they managed to turn the whole thing around on them.
I hated the whole. You know what? I'll be honest with you, and this is going to be really unpopular.
Melody Bond.
The whole River Song Matt Smith arc was.
It seems so forced.
It was. It was forced. It was rushed, and it just didn't fit.
It didn't seem like that, and it.
Let's kill Hitler. And you know what? We're done. That is possibly the worst episode of that entire series.
As for the new Doctor, the female Doctor,
Haven't seen the episodes yet.
I've seen some bits and pieces of her. She's very much a tossback to a cross between Tennant, Eccleston, and Baker.
Actually, the blue that I saw, she reminded me a lot of Davidson.
Yeah, no, she
very much reminded me of Davidson.
she's supposed to have gotten over the whole, by now, fully let go of the Time War and everything that's happened before. She's let go of River, the Pawns, all of that.
Yeah.
There was a Christmas episode of Cross.
Yeah. It's good. That's the thing. I like the Christmas specials. They're normally really, really good.
I love the one that they did with Dumbledore.
That's fair.
I think it's really interesting, some of the stuff that with the female, because there's a lot of stuff that in the old Doctor that didn't make any sense, and it started to make a little more sense with the way that they've kind of written with the infinite child and whatnot. Still not fully.
Yeah, we got to watch episodes to understand what's really going on. We got to go back and watch the rest of Capaldi. I watched the first 2 episodes, and that's it.
I'll let you know that I watched 1 episode of the new Doctor because somebody went, "Hey, you got to check out this clip. Someone's back," and I'm going, "Ooh, guest star from one of the older seasons. This should be fun." And the first line I hear is, "Don't move," and I'm going, I know that American accent. And seriously, don't move. It interferes, these things. And I'm going, yes.
We're fans of Jack.
And then Jack shows up, and I'm like, ah! And he probably goes up and kisses the one of the male companions, thinking it's the Doctor. And then the guy's like, "No, I'm not the Doctor. The Doctor's a she." And he was like, "Oh, I've had dreams about that."
Mm-hmm.
And then he meets the other 2, and they're like, "No, we're none of us are the Doctors." "Oh, you're all companions?" Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Jack right there. Man, I love me some Captain Jack. Which, consequently, this entire conversation is one of the reasons why I wrote my own damn fanfic. That reminds me, I need to finish that chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta finish that wolf.
Alrighty.
Excuse me.
I think we're gonna break up a little. I think we're gonna break up a little early tonight. Not a lot of news, not a lot going on, and 2 very tired dragons ready to return to their cave.
I scared the cat off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, interestingly enough, it's not that he has infinite regenerations. He's not.
I don't know.
No, I've actually did a lot of research on that. It's kind of interesting because they established that Time Lords are. Why am I going on about this? We're a 40K channel.
Because they're both English?
Because you made me a Theta?
Yeah.
I have a Theta. I like my Theta.
All right, folks. So you will see us Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. We'll be doing a stream from 1 to 3, opening Indominus and talking about stuff. Maybe talking about gaming, nerddom, and other interesting stuff. Interesting.
What's your birthday present, Caillou? What was your Games Workshop birthday present?
Come on, guys, you gotta give, because I gotta give a shout out to our patrons.
Okay, you are on your own on that one today.
What about Saturday morning? We'll come if we can.
We're going to try. It kind of depends on how much sleep I've gotten the night before.
It depends on how good Mythos' stream is the night before. If he keeps us up late, it'll be hard to get us there at 7 o'clock in the freaking morning.
Nice. Yes, I am a child. What is your point? I've got bows for my hair to prove it, Ben.
Turning very nice. Carcadons, space sharks.
Is that what those are?
Yeah. All right. So let's start off with our.
Oh hell no! You are not asking me.
Come on, I'm asking you. Our Tier 1 Battle Brother patron members.
Me, where am I?
You are correct.
And Inquisitor's Inc.
You are correct. Ding, ding, ding. 2 points for the Lady Dragon. Now, our Tier 2, our Battle Leader level.
Joe Bookish.
Joe Bookish. That's 1. Kaiju Shorts.
And Meeks?
No. All points are lost. You're the weakest link. Our third battle brother, or a battle leader, would be Heinrich Botha. No. And we have our 4 Warlord tier patrons.
That is the Master Modeler.
Master Modeler, Alex Drake.
That is Meeks.
James Meeks, the ultimate Smash Captain.
And Commodore.
Coming in from high orbits. You should, Zane, you should start an Emperor's Children Marine Army with the maximum tentacles.
You know, I actually would like to see you kit bash something like that, man.
And who's our 4th?
Vodka?
Dun, 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 dun. Phoenix, you are our 4th. And we appreciate all of you. We do apologize for cutting things a little short tonight. We are really it's been a rough week. And we should be back to normal by this weekend, or at least by next week.
He might be. I may be a little dead. Oh, God.
I hope she's not dead. I like her alive. I'd have to clear space in the fridge.
We don't have that much space.
Get the grinder going.
No, you're just going to need to get a new
All right. So that being said, final thoughts. What do you think about Crusade in your final thoughts? What do you think about the idea of laying open your brain for the internet to see your ideas and your inspiration for your art?
It should be very interesting.
All right.
You know, again, Zane, I actually kind of would like to see that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm morbid and that sounds kind of interesting.
You know what you should do? You should go out to Thingiverse, find those tentacle roller pieces that you rub together to make tentacles out of milliput, print a couple out, and make yourself some extra tentacles. They're a lovely thing. That being said, I'm Game Crab Dragon, Big D,
Lady Dragon.
the Filing Dragon. Epic your board
Epic your life.
and epic your game. We love you all so much. Thank you for joining us today. If you haven't hit that like button, smash that like button. It really helps us out.
If you found this entertaining at all.
If you didn't find us entertaining,
I'm sorry.
then put a comment in below and tell us what we could do to make this show better. Tell us how we can improve your life, because that's what we're all about.
Wait, okay. Sure. Yes, I like it.
And we'll see you all real soon.
Yep. God bless it. You know what? You're not allowed to do these things until after I think.